Well, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everyone doing today? Welcome back to Sweet Potato Society's Talk About It. I am Floresia Allen. I am your host, and I have my co-host here, Gregory Allen. So we can talk about a few more things that are going on in the community, things that are going on all over the world, and some of the new stuff that's been happening and what's going on. So, Greg, how are you doing today?
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah?
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful.
The weather is taking a turn, huh?
Oh, my goodness. Rain, the snow, and all this other stuff. Oh, my goodness. Oh, welcome to New England, Florida. Welcome to New England.
Oh, I'm loving New England. I always love New England. That heat, they can keep that heat. It really can. You can keep all that heat. Oh. Okay, so some of the things that we have going on, we were talking about last week about some of the programs, community things that we will be helping to sponsor with some for those out there in TV land, out there in the audience as well. That things that we do, reminding that Sweet Potato Society is just not a cute name. Sweet Potato Society is SWEET stands for Sisters Working, Educating, and Evolving Together. We are a 501c3 for humanities, arts and culture, and education. And if anybody wants to call into the show, please definitely feel free, 860-440-3154. And thank you, some of you who have emailed us, and we're on Facebook as well, Instagram, and we're able to comment on the show. I really appreciate that. We really enjoyed some of the comments. But you can also email us if you like to, Sweet Potato Society 2 at Yahoo, or myself or Marissa at sweetpotatosociety.org. Okay, all right, then let's get going, Greg. So, what are you thinking about what's going on? I told you it was going to play out that way. Greg and I got into some conversation. Of course, you never want to. People don't want to bring up politics. They don't want to bring up religion. They don't want to bring up a lot of things. But the way we look at it, we bring up everything. Everything. We talk about it. Everyone's supposed to be able to talk about things and debate normally, not get aggressive and argue. So which sometimes people get it confused. They take things personally, and you shouldn't. Not at all. But let's talk about what's going to happen in. Let's go first. Local things that's been going on, local politics and things. Bridgeport. Gannon got in. What's your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts is about Gannon. He ran. And we talked about this the other day because we did a lot of construction work in the towns of Connecticut, and Bridgeport being one of them. And, he got in. The people voted for him to be in there. And all I can say is the best of luck with him. That's all I can say. The best. God bless him. Hope he does a good job for Bridgeport. And, he had to get the votes. He had to get the votes. I mean, we talked about this, our opinion about him being in there. But people are still voting him in there. They want to change. If they want to change, you know what? Here's another chance for the community and the people to change in Bridgeport. They have the same mayor they had last year. Last 4 years, whatever it may be. And, like you said earlier, this is our opinion. But if people want to start crying, oh, well, this nothing changed. Well, you know what? You can't change nothing if you don't fix it, you know?
Yeah.
And, God, good for him. And you know, that went on like 2 times. He ain't just getting in. And he won, and then they did what they did, Risa?
Recount, yep.
A recount, and then they did another one, then they did another recount. Please. It is what it is. Risa. It's what it is.
Well, yeah, it is what it is. But you know me,
I'm glad
what
we
it
don't.
is.
I'm glad I do not. I'm not knocking Bridgeport.
Well.
You know, I went to school in Bridgeport. You know, I went to Robert Cross in Bridgeport Elementary School. I did 5 years on the north end of Bridgeport, Connecticut, the north end. But you know what? I'm just happy and glad I'm not living in Bridgeport today. I'll do work there.
Yeah.
I'll visit there. But I'm glad I do not live in Bridgeport. You know, that's just me. You know.
Well, you know my take on it. You know my take on it. I don't have to be in Bridgeport. I like Bridgeport. It's nice, but you know, on the outskirts. But as far as the politics goes, politics in Bridgeport, politics in New Haven, politics in Meriden or any of those places that I don't know. I don't think that they're altogether appropriate in the manners and way they handle things. Wow, I said that really good. I surprise myself sometimes. So, you know, it is what it is with them, but I wouldn't want to live there either. It wouldn't be me. Wouldn't be me at all. Working there, I made great relationships with a lot of people. There's wonderful people that are there, but it's just that sometimes that, you know, I don't think that a lot of times we're policing enough. I don't think that we are following through with opportunities that need to be addressed. I really don't think so. But it is what it is. Now let's go on to bigger politics. I mean, we're not making the show about politics, guys. We're really not. But we just want to talk about so many things that have happened, you know, recently. I said at the beginning, Trump was going to, and I don't know how. Now, don't get me wrong. I've often said last year, year before that he's not one of my favorite politicians. He's not a politician, but he's not. But also, he's a ruthless businessman. So, ruthless is the key word. Is the key word. So, if you think someone that is that ruthless is not going to get past what he's getting past now, I think that we are in denial. I saw this coming. I knew this with Nikki Haley, that was coming with her. DeSantis is a nut job in himself. I'm sorry, but he is. A lot of them are. Tim Scott, you know, it does his thing or whatever. I am not a supporter of issues and things that how it has been done with Biden ways. I'm not a supporter of that at all. You know, Kamala, you know, she does her thing, but she seems like she's running scared too. They show their fear. They show their fear against what they need to do. Yes, they have handled a few things. They've done some things, but they show a lot of fear. When you're dealing with someone and you're exposing yourself to someone as with the magnitude and the mindset and the thinking of the way Trump thinks, or some of them think, you have to make sure that you are just as you can stand toe to toe, you know, with someone like him. But they show that anybody else would not be able to get away with a lot of things that he's gotten away with. In court, they wouldn't have to. Let me go to court and sit up in court and tell the judge that I don't think I need to be answering it and I don't want to be here. So, you know, this is what it is, you know, and you're full of crap. You know, you're in contempt of court, you're thrown out of court, you're put in jail, you're fined, you're whatever else. It's not that way for him. I don't care what money does for anybody, but it doesn't do that. It doesn't show now that's why the world feels as though that there aren't any justices and things are going against them or certain communities feel like they are less than. Because if everything was done equally to each person, no matter how much money that you have or not. Justice is justice. It's not showing that. And I don't know how a person could be in the forefront of running in any election when knowing that they have done what they've done. And don't get me wrong, because you got to make sure that your background, your house is clean. You know, because if your backyard isn't clean or your house is made of glass, you shouldn't be throwing stones. Because that judge, knowing that she was sleeping with somebody, she shouldn't have been throwing stones. And then, and I believe in trusting. I do believe in trusting the Lord. I really do. And I know, but I'm not going to go to church afterwards and then think about wanting to repent because I did something wrong and saying it's about someone being jealous of or being upset about the character of another individual because of the nature of the color of their skin. Your thoughts, my brother?
Well, you have a point there, Floresia. I mean, you talked about this Fannie Willis.
Yeah.
You have a point there, and you're right. You know, you're running for anything, politics or anything that's going to that you want to get ahead and prove to yourself and to America. You know, as you have to make sure your backyard is clean. And I like what you just said, the stones with the glass. How you say that, Risa?
Don't throw stones when your house is made of glass.
When your house is made of glass.
Well, she threw a boulder.
Well, she threw a boulder, but because it's all going to come out. It's all going to come out. You better make sure you clean.
Yeah.
Clean. I mean, and that's just the bottom line. You have to make sure you're clean. And if you're not clean, it's going to come out.
Yeah.
It's going to come out. The skeletons are going to come out the closet, is what they say.
They're going to have bones flying right out their mouth.
And they're going to have bones and everything. So you're right, Risa.
Open their mouth, out come the bones.
You're definitely right on that. If you're going to attack somebody, you got to make sure your backyard is clean. Because they're coming at you. And when they come at you, they're coming strong.
Hard.
They're coming hard.
And he's a heavy hitter.
And like you said earlier about this Donald Trump, Donald Trump, he is a businessman. You know, and people have to understand it. You know, America has to understand, and they know this. When Trump was making all that money, he donated a lot of money to the Democrats, to the politicians.
Yeah.
When he had Trump Plaza,
yeah.
Nobody was complaining then.
Tell it.
About Donald Trump. When he worked hard for his money as an entrepreneur, taking risks, sacrificing, being a business person, being an entrepreneur. Not relying on, I'm not knocking anybody who want to be an entrepreneur, want to work every day for a living, get a check every week or whatever, how you get paid. But he's an entrepreneur. He had to based on getting paid from his, as we know as contractors ourselves, about getting paid from his clients. You know, paying taxes, paying bills, you know. But when he was doing all of that, above all of that, Donald Trump, and on top of that, contributing to everybody's campaigns. I'm talking about thousands of dollars.
No, you're talking about hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
But he did have his foot in the game already, though. With he did have some money on the floor to even invest in, which some people don't. But even still, you still have to have the ingenuity. You still have to have the gain. You know, that know-how on how to take yourself to another level, and you have to surround yourself with the people who are willing to take that risk with you, or are willing to do what they need to do to get you to that point. He did have. That's what I'm saying. Regardless of his good, good, bad, or indifferent, he still is. And where there are a lot of them that are very ruthless. You know, he's not the one who. And I've seen many. I've seen actors, business people, stars, whatever else. They get into the situation where they make millions of dollars. And the next year they're broke. And they have talent. But they don't organize and structure their business correctly, or be as ruthless in the business as they need to be and be dedicated as they need to be. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, definitely, Floresia. You're definitely right because you know what? Um, Donald Trump, and really, you have to be in business. You have to be ruthless. People are going to be calling you names and all of that.
Oh yeah.
So be
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Business is business, and that's what Donald Trump is. He's a businessman. Maybe they say he got inherited from his father.
Right.
A lot of inheritance money got. But you know what? He's still a businessman. You can talk about him all you want to. I know one thing for a fact. America. When Republicans and Democrats, individuals, needed money for their campaigning or donations, he was right there with them. In the forefront. He was right there. And because he had it. And he still has it. He still has it. Listen, he's going through his stuff now with the court, all of that. Of course, I see, like you said earlier, privilege. But who's not privileged in America? Who's not being privileged in America?
Well, you can't really say that because, privilege is a certain thing and people think that they're entitled. There's a lot of people think that they have that entitlement. But when you do things like the negative connotations, the negative things that, about women, those type of things, or, the advancements and the things that he has done, I don't think the entitlements should be that broad spectrum. He should not be able to do that, say those things. He shouldn't be able to. And yes, there are people who get away with those things because they are entitled or they have these privileges in America and or in especially here or even around all over the place, but the world. But I just say that that's the only thing that I don't particularly care for is that he's getting that privilege to mistreat people sometimes, and no one is seeing that is a problem. Because I don't want somebody coming up to me and calling me. Because one thing I do not like, and I think I cannot stand, is someone to demean anyone. But if someone comes up to me and I've heard men call women broads, that to me is disgusting. When you talk about and you degrade individuals, just because you can and you get away with saying it, that to me, I have a problem with that part of it. I do. I think that the court systems, I think that the justice system should, call him out on certain things that he does. Because when you have derogatory words to say about someone and, you get away with it, that's not okay. And he's gotten away with a lot of it. Opposed to, like, remember the time with him and Billy Bush? Billy Bush got, I don't even know where he is. That man probably somewhere it crawled in the cave somewhere. But, it is what it is, though, which is not bad. But we know how he is. We know how Donald is and what's going on. But I can't wait to see what's going to happen. I know that this is what I predict, America. This is what I'm saying. Nikki Haley is going to she's going to be gone. I think Donald, and she's going to have to endorse him, but I don't think so. I think she really thinks, because her and Tim Scott are battling right now. And I see Trump, and I said at the beginning that Trump is going to pull to Tim Scott.
Just say that.
Pull to Tim. And then he's going to offer Tim something that may move the whole game. It's going to be a big game changer.
Oh,
That's what I think, because he's not going to offer that to DeSantis with his nut self, and he's not going to offer it to anyone else. It's like offering it to Wallace and the rest of them, back in the day. But so there is enough about him. There's so much going on. There's so much we want to talk about on our next show coming up. We're going to talk about all our different events. We have the Lions Club has an arts and craft event that's coming up. Anybody that wants to, please get a hold of the Niantic Lions. Get a hold of them, because they are going to be having that wonderful event. It's always packed. I think the booths and stuff are already sold out. I really do. I think they always are usually. but we're starting to just wrap things up with that. Also, we have elected chapter, the Masonic Order of Eastern Star, Prince Hall, elected chapter number 7 of New London is having a wellness education on February 10th. That's on a Saturday at Holiday Inn, so that's happening as well. The 5K is coming up in Niantic. That should be very interesting. That should be wonderful. But a lot of good things are happening. We have anybody who's in need of anything. You have a lot of stuff happening with our pantry, of course, with Sweet Potato Society. We making sure that we get out here for food insecurities. We have a lot of senior programs that are happening out here in the community over at HEPA, over at Solstice in Groton. So we're doing a lot of great things there. We'll be introducing more of our menus and our cooking programs. So we'll bring lots of tasty treats to the table and having everyone come in here and see all the good things that we provide as far as nutrition goes. And we're doing things with a lot of the New London, actually, the New London High School. So we're having a lot of volunteers from out of there, a lot of, a few young ones, some seniors and some juniors that we are able to, and we're so proud of, honor students and, students who are trying to bridge their way into new generations. So that'll be really nice as well. So we look forward to, sharing all that with you and bringing all of that to the show, bringing more guests to the show. We have quite a few that'll be coming up, which is going to be so nice. So that's, what about you, Greg? What else are we seeing? Are we missing anything?
I think you know, yeah, a lot of events coming up. A lot of events.
Yeah.
It's a new year, Floresia.
A new year.
It's a new year, America, 2024. Hopefully be a blessed and safe year for everybody.
Yeah.
And
everybody stop that road rage.
oh my goodness.
Road rage.
Oh, it's life's too short, Floresia, for that.
It really is. They are getting insane out there.
Floresia, you hit it right. You said it. It's just getting. Hopefully, it's not even right.
No, it's not.
It's not
it really
right,
isn't.
Floresia.
It really isn't.
With
I
that
used to
road
think
rage.
that when they said, okay, it's going to come to a point where we have walking zombies out here, and it's not. When I thought about it when I was younger, zombies, like the living dead. Well, really, it is, because we have so much going on and people are using so much. People are misusing and using, products and out there walking around looking so displaced everywhere. But the road rage has gotten insane.
Oh, yes.
People
Yes.
don't care. People don't care. We had our bright lights on one time. We didn't even know that the bright lights were on. A man stopped at the light, jumped out of his car, and said, "What are you doing? You got your bright lights on me." Good thing that we are mindful of what we do and we didn't get scared or intimidated, because, everyone has the right to uphold their right to protect themselves. So good thing that we didn't feel that way. And we had to explain to the individual when they jumped out of their car and came to our truck that we didn't even know the lights were on. They were turned on accidentally. Oh, okay. But what is that? What is that? Why are people doing that to each other? People act like they're lost. So stop that. Everyone be mindful. Be kind to one another. I think I heard that on the show somewhere. Was it on Ellen or something? Be kind to one another. Make sure. Love one another. Make sure that you know what you're doing before you walk up to somebody's truck, or know that people have the right, and people right now are not thinking right. They will just do these things that are that someone can actually get extreme. And people have recently, especially this week, have gotten really hurt by some of the incidents that have happened. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what are we teaching our kids when we do that? What are we teaching the youth? Not our children. Yeah, our children. When I say our children, I'm talking about everybody, because everybody's my baby. Everybody's our babies, and Greg knows that. Everybody's my baby. Even ones who are only a day younger than me, that's my baby. Because I think I'm everybody's mama sometimes. But, I care. I care that much. Oh, Man, incredible. So what's going on with the Eagles?
Oh my goodness.
Told you.
Eagles, the Cowboys. Oh my goodness. We got the good game coming on this weekend though. We got who we got? Who we got, America? We got who we got? Baltimore Ravens and San Francisco Finding 49ers. And we
49ers,
got
yeah.
the Lions.
Yep.
The Lions and we got the Lions and San Fran. Oh yes, America.
Yeah.
Yes, it's going to be a good weekend.
Yeah, everybody get your wings together, get your party food on, get some food out there and sit back and just relax and watch it all.
Yes.
It's going to be fun. It should be fun.
Enjoy yourselves and be safe.
I know.
Be safe, America.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Be responsible.
Be responsible.
We